guys, welcome to the Falcon podcast. We're your hosts, Cassidy Scott
and Elizabeth Rose.
This is the first ever episode of the Falcon podcast. It goes hand in hand with the Flambeau School's own Flambeau Flyer, made by us, and Valerie and Mr. Panazzo is our teacher. And basically we talk about all the goings-on in Flambeau School, right?
So to start this off, you watched the Moana 2 movie over the weekend.
I did, at the Minor Theater in Ladysmith. Love that little theater, it's cute.
All right, and I didn't watch it, so
Give you
what's
the
your
down
take?
low? Okay.
Yes.
I really liked it. I mean, I thought the first Moana movie was better because it was just so iconic and amazing, and the songs were amazing. But I really love just Moana in general and like the dynamic between her and Maui. So like I'm always down to watch it. And her little sister was so cute. She was like
She's a little sister?
baby sister, yes.
Oh
and
my
she
God.
wore like Moana's outfit, and it was
That's
so
so cute.
adorable. And I loved it. Their friendship was so adorable. I just loved them.
I would
And
love to see that.
Yeah, and she got like stabbed and she went away, but it was cute. It had a good ending, and I liked there was like a plot twist at the end that I liked, but I won't spoil it.
Okay.
I liked it. You should watch it.
I
love
think
the
I will.
minor. The next segment we're doing is Valerie's Black Friday article for this week's flyer. Tell us about what Black Friday is now.
Yeah, so actually Black Friday, the deals that you get, they have been kind of reduced since over a decade ago. They used to get like 60% off from anywhere to 80, anywhere. There used to be really good deals. Now, the most that I've seen this year is 30% off, which is kind of sad.
Sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're really spending more money now on Black Friday than you were like a little over a decade ago.
Yeah. Is it true that they like pump up the prices and then say it's 30% off, but it's still like the same prices?
I feel like
I heard that, and I was like,
it's
someone
probably
said
like
Amazon
a
does that.
conspiracy theory or something, but I feel like that's true because especially with the prices of everything now, I feel that if they up the prices and then they kind of discount them at normal cost, what they would actually be,
Yeah.
I feel like that makes.
But we're still seeing the like it's off, and so we don't even care about the price. Yeah.
Really, like the Black Friday sale is more just a sale. It's not. It's not like
It was more
a-
hyped before, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more just like clearance.
Yeah. I honestly love a good clearance section. I go crazy for those. And didn't people used to like flock the doors more before?
Yes, the Karens used to be crazy. I remember being when I was younger. I used to, or little. I'm still young, but when I was little, yes, I would go with my family and we would go down. I have family that lives like kind of like in the Chicago area,
Oh, nice.
and so we would go down there and people would be running. They'd fight you, and it used to be like a madhouse. They would like hit, fight, kick, punch. It was
Nice.
horrible.
Yeah, it's kind of online now, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more chill. I don't mind that, honestly. But...
Yeah, everything has moved to online. I guess you don't have to go anywhere, but
Mm.
I kind of like to see what I'm buying, like
Yeah,
in person and like
agree.
hold it and try it on. But
Yeah. Nice. Thanks for giving us the deets on Black Friday. Cool.
You're welcome.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is I, Daniel Panazzo, and I'm with one of our most famous seniors here at Flambeau High School, Ms. Jaden Stewart. Jaden, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. How you feeling today?
Sweaty.
Sweaty? Well, it's a Friday. You got to go hard. What a great life you got. Is that what you do in your high school day? Just run around dancing?
Swing dancing.
That's awesome. What a good life. All right, so Jaden, in the senior spotlight, we were talking about your career here at Flambeau that's sadly coming to an end. What kind of student would you say you were during your 4 years as a high school student here?
I think I kind of was a floater.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of went around everywhere and I kind of did everything.
Yeah, you were hard to keep in a classroom.
Yeah, but I
Mhm.
never got in trouble for not being in it.
How is there a secret to that for young Falcons who want to know how to float?
Well, I always just had stuff to do. Like, I'd get my work done and then I'd be like, hey, can I go work on this? And I'd just shift over to that area.
I agree. For someone who's had you in class for 4 years, you're definitely a hardworking person. How has that hardworking work ethic gone beyond school and into your own life?
Well, having like a couple jobs at once kind of helps with that too.
Mm-hmm.
It's making me just kind of like a go-getter, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me just want to keep going and pushing.
So, on the topic of going and pushing, you'll be graduating, sadly, a little too soon. But after you do graduate, tell us where are you going?
I'm gonna be getting my CDL here pretty soon, like starting my class January 22nd through May
Nice.
28th, and then that'll help me advance in my agricultural career that I'm doing for Russ County Farm Supply.
Mhm.
And that'll like help. It'll help them more too, because I'll be able to drive the big tender trucks and stuff like that. Like help
Okay.
them deliver fertilizer.
Farmer Jade.
Yeah.
All right. Are you still planning on going into the continuing with the
Oh yeah.
firework,
Oh yeah.
firewoman?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still continuing that.
So is that do you see that being your full-time job or being
No,
something on the
I
side?
think just volunteer still. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't. Because when we go on calls, we don't charge people for being there. We're volunteers, so it's
Oh.
nice that we can just help people out for free and stuff like that.
Beautiful. So you do it for the love of the
I-
game.
They do.
That's awesome. All right. Well, before I let you go here, we always ask some people for advice. You know, the seniors, can you give me advice? So what would you say to like a freshman starting high school here at Flambeau?
I would just don't care what people think.
Okay.
Like everyone just kind of has their own boat. I mean, yeah, there's those people that think they're top dog and they like to pick on you or whatever like that, but really they're just doing it to be them. But just kind of do what you want to do.
I agree. I feel like you've always had that mindset.
I really haven't had like a certain group of people that I hung out with. I just kind of did my own thing and just chillaxed.
Yeah, you've always had that. All right, Jaden. Well, thanks for coming on the Falcon Nest, and we will enjoy our time with you here before you go, and hopefully we can have you on the podcast more before you're out of here.
I'm pretty great.
All right, thank you. You heard it from her. All right, welcome back to the Falcon Nest. We have one of our rookie teachers here, Mrs. Goodis, and we're going to talk about sports a little bit. Before we get to Flambeau sports, Mrs. Goodis, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to be one of us Falcons?
Yeah, absolutely. I taught at Cornell last year, and that was my first year becoming a teacher. I've always loved sports. I've always loved Phi Ed. I've always loved working with kids, so Flambeau was the perfect fit for me.
Absolutely. And how do we compare to Cornell?
Every school has their pros and cons, but the atmosphere of the Flambeau School has been amazing. The kids have been super respectful. It's just a really great environment.
Perfect answer. You got a future in politics if this whole teaching thing doesn't work out. All right. So we're going to talk about what's been going on in the sports here in the barn this week. First of all, congratulations to the female basketball team.
Yeah.
They got their first W last night. I wasn't able to see it, but it looks like they did a great job.
Yeah, the girls had a lot of steals that game, and they put up some points. I think that was pretty well rounded, and I think Coach Carlson has a lot to be proud of for that game.
Absolutely. And the boys are off to a 2-0 start, so we're really proud of those guys. And without further ado, let's take a look at some highlights from this week.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to start off with the girls' game from the previous week against Rib Lake. It was at home. Let's take a look. As you can see here, nice pass outside. The shot by Ella Grothausen. That was a clean
That was a
three.
good one.
Did you have that shot back in your career?
Oh, yeah, that used to be my spot.
All right. And Sydney is playing some tough D there. Now, Sydney is one of our seniors on the team, and she's going through some knee trouble, so it's heroic. Sydney with a good steal there. Sydney actually ended up with
Sydney Bischoff.
thank you,
Yeah,
with 3 steals in the game. So we're going to call her the glove. And there's Reese Rail showing she's more than a shot putter. With a steal there, kicking it ahead.
Oh, Sydney Bischoff again.
Sydney
with the
again.
steal.
We haven't seen it yet, but there it is.
Oh.
There it is. She's all over the place. And Tiffany may be getting in on the action with wow, what a block
that
there.
Was a good one.
Not in my house, said maybe.
Not in the barn.
And Ella Grothausen gets in on the D with a steal, and she's pushing it ahead.
And I think foul was called
Foul
on
on the
there.
play, yep. Sydney with another steal. She is a defensive menace out there.
Oh, but then the ball got so back. That happens
Yep.
sometimes.
And Sydney is just all over this highlight
that was a
package.
good one.
Yeah.
Clean.
And there we go.
Nice.
So Flambeau didn't end up winning that one, but they sure gave us a bunch of highlights to work with.
Yeah. Stealing machines, that's for sure.
Right. Let's take a look at the boys playing against Gilman in their arena. Starting us off, Dom Copez showing he's got more than just an
Nice.
offensive game. Nice steal there. Pushing ahead and passing it off. Now, Eli Ruby, we all know he's got a beautiful head of hair, but he can play some defense too, huh?
Maybe he could give me some beauty tips.
He could give us all beauty tips. Chance Ludesher, a surprise playing because we thought he was injured, but he's out there doing stuff.
Yeah, it was good to see him on the court that night.
Yeah, he makes a difference for sure. And here's Dom playing some defense, throwing it over to Chance. Another bucket.
Put that down.
Love to see it. Now, not Kyle Heltz here, a.k.a. Oliver Taylor with a fast break, and we could have cut that a little early. We didn't need to see that.
Yeah, that's right.
That's okay.
Just let that go.
Dom playing more defense with a steal, active hands, and he does something we don't see. But I'm
Love
guessing.
huddle.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, and not Tanner Nelson.
Not Tanner Nelson, a.k.a. Sully the Kid, with a sweet fast break layup. Great job.
Thank
Proud
God
of-
he makes layups.
That's right. Proud of that young man out there. Dom Kopaz again, all over these highlights with a strip. Pushes it ahead to Sully.
Sully the Kid.
The kid is making his mark. And here's a fast break by Dom. Will he dunk
look
it?
At that fast break.
He doesn't need to dunk it.
Boom!
'Cause it's
no
left.
and one?
Well,
Come on, those Gilman refs are on the naughty
that's
list.
why they're on the naughty list. And Don Kopez with a swat, and Chance follows it up. That's that class of 2026. And as you can see here, Flambeau gets the victory, 46-41.
What a great game to watch.
Absolutely. I can't wait to watch next week's highlights.
Yeah, it should be good.
All right. Thank you. I got to get a better send off than you. Oops.
Hi everyone, I'm Valerie Van Voort. This week I did an article about hunting and how this year it was the safest hunt in 40 years, and we mentioned a story from one of our top 5 hunters, and here she is with me today. So we're just gonna give you a little rundown on her story, and yeah, so enjoy.
I was hunting in my uncle's field, and I was on a snowmobile trail in a stand, and he shot a 4-pointer prior to that. I was like, oh, no way am I gonna get something now. Never shot a buck before, nothing like that. And so I'm just sitting there probably like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I start seeing some doe, and I'm like, losers. And then like there's a big open area right at the front. About 7 o'clock, I see like a spiker come out. What I thought was like a 5-pointer. It's about 50 yards in front of me, but there's like a weird wood block in front of my stand, and I didn't like it. I was like, I'm not shooting at this. And he comes onto my left side, probably comes a couple yards closer. Perfect shot within like 5 seconds. I lift my rifle up and I shoot right at his heart. I broke his shoulder. He starts running. And I thought it was like a 5-pointer again. I texted him out, I was like, I just shot a buck. And then we wait about an hour because he was still seeing deer somehow. And then we go and look for him, but on the snowmobile trail, there wasn't any blood. He's like, you sure you shot that? And I was like, well, there's no way I missed it. And then we go a little further in the woods, probably not much, probably a couple feet, and I see a big pile of blood. And about 50 yards in the woods, he was laying there. My uncle goes up to him and goes, that's not a 5-pointer. I'm like, what is it, a 6? He goes, that's an 8. And I was like, oh, did better than what I thought it was going to be. And then that was history. Jaden's first buck. Pretty simple.
All right, that's it.
Our next segment is an article that Lizzie wrote for the Flyer about toxic masculinity. So, what's the difference between toxic and healthy masculinity in boys?
So, toxic masculinity is like a misogynistic gender hate kind of thing,
Okay.
where, men are expected and told their whole childhood, like, be a man, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, healthy masculinity is a new thing that's going on that they're teaching high school boys in a group once a week to just go into a circle and talk about their feelings. Yeah, and
Nice.
it is the main point of it is to help them stand against misogyny and start deconstructing major gender concepts.
I honestly love that. I feel
Mhm.
like they're starting at like the source instead of like
Yeah.
going for like teaching women to protect themselves. They're like teaching guys to not attack,
Yeah.
So what are the like good benefits of this?
So, one of the boys from a school in Ohio actually commented on that, saying that when he goes to these meetings, he feels like he's being heard and it's a place for guys to not be guys. So, basically, I feel like it helps them because it gives them a space to talk where boys don't really get that because, they're not supposed to have those feelings and
Yeah.
emotions.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That sounds so good. I feel like that. Hopefully that'll like spread. Is it just in like 1 or 2 schools?
It's kind of like forming around America, but mainly in Ohio high schools.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically, it's just to help boys.
Nice. I like that, honestly. That's like such good vibes. Thanks
Yes.
for sharing, bro. Love that.
Thanks for listening to the first Falcon Nest podcast episode.
We've covered a lot of topics today, from Moana 2 to everything sports, hunting, and toxic masculinity.
Yes.
Hope you enjoyed it and have a great rest of your day.